Imagine opening Instagram, casually scrolling through the usual latte pics, influencer dances, and vacation dumps. Then BM. Justin Bieber's face, fuming, accompanied by screenshots that feel more like live grenades than private texts. Yep, that's what happened. The internet froze. Fans gasped. PR teams panicked. Why? Because Justin didn't just throw subtle shade or post cryptic quotes, he dropped receipts. Emotional, intense, and unmistakably final receipts that revealed the scorched remains of a friendship that had been quietly existing for over a decade. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. But wait, he never revealed who the friend was. The plot thickens. Lucky for you, I've been deep in the DMs, tracing clues, cross-referencing posts, and talking to sources who wish to stay anonymous, but definitely know things. And yes, I found out who this friend is. Spoiler alert. It's not who you think. But before we get to the big reveal, let's unravel this emotional Instagram meltdown, piece by piece, because trust me, it gets a lot deeper than just friendship drama. We have to start at the scene of the emotional crime, the Instagram feed. Not stories. The feed. Permanent. Public. Painful. Justin Bieber posted a series of screenshots that read less like a casual disagreement and more like a full-on emotional exorcism. Messages like, "I will never suppress my emotions for someone. My anger is a response to pain I've been through. Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply mean." You can almost feel his fingers slamming on the keyboard, can't you? The messages struck a nerve with fans and critics. It was raw, real, and wildly uncomfortable. One thing was clear, Bieber felt like his emotions were being invalidated. Specifically, his anger. And if you've ever had someone downplay your pain or call you too emotional, you probably felt that sting too. But who was the friend he was unloading this on? The conversation started civil, with the friend simply saying, "I'm not used to someone lashing out at me." Now, in most scenarios, that's where people take a deep breath and cool off. But Justin? He hit the gas. Ouch! "I will never accept a man calling my anger lashing out. I thought you were a expletive, which is why I always kept my distance. Please leave me alone now. Blocking you." Mic. Drop. But blocking someone publicly? Posting it on IG? That's not just an argument. That's a statement. So naturally, the world started asking, who could possibly trigger this kind of nuclear-level reaction? Let's Sherlock this for a second. Justin said the friendship lasted over a decade. So we're talking someone he's known since at least 2014, possibly longer. This friend is a man. They were close enough to have deep convos, emotional reactions, and based on the tone, some serious unresolved history. So let's go down the list of potential suspects. Ryan Butler, Justin's childhood best friend. Known him since day one. They've had ups and downs. Possible? Yes. But Ryan's been laying low and still follows Justin. Not likely. Alfredo Flores, longtime videographer and buddy. They toured together, lived together. A fallout here would be massive. He's posted some vague, sad lyrics lately. Lil Twist, another OG friend. Part of Justin's rebellious phase crew. But their bond seemed more based on parties than emotional bonding. Khalil, one of his closest guys during the bad boy era. There were a few indirect tweets that might connect the dots. Yep, Christian Beatles. You may remember him as the cherub-faced YouTuber and younger brother of actress Caitlin Beatles, Justin's first love. Christian and Justin were inseparable back in the early 2010s. Making videos, goofing off, singing karaoke. They were those friends who just got each other. But then things went quiet. Over the years, the pair were rarely seen together. No posts, no birthday shoutouts, no throwbacks. Zilch. And then, this. According to close sources and some now-deleted comments, Christian had been reaching out to Justin in recent months, trying to reconnect. The emotional intensity in the screenshots? That wasn't just from a guy friend trying to set boundaries. It was from someone who used to be like family. And it gets deeper. This wasn't about one angry text. This was a years in the making explosion. Behind Justin's rage was something many of us can relate to, the pain of a friend who once meant everything gradually becoming a stranger. Insiders say the two drifted apart when Justin's fame skyrocketed. Christian wanted to live a normal life. Justin? Not so much. That difference pulled them apart. But the emotional damage came from unspoken resentment. Think about it. You grow up with someone, trust them with your rawest, most chaotic self, and then, years later, they treat your trauma like it's just bad behavior? That kind of betrayal cuts deep. The conversation in the screenshots was the boiling point. Justin felt invalidated. Christian, it seems, felt uncomfortable. And when someone doesn't handle your emotional baggage well, especially when you're begging to be understood, it can feel like they were never really your friend at all. These aren't the words of a spoiled celeb. They're the words of someone hurting, someone who's been carrying emotional trauma for years and finally snapped. In recent interviews, Justin has talked about his struggles with depression, anxiety, and PTSD from fame, relationships, and substance abuse. This friendship may have been one of the few constants in his life. Losing it or feeling judged by it wasn't just a bad day. It was grief. The internet, as usual, reacted with memes and jokes. But for anyone who's ever lost a lifelong friend during a dark time, this hit different. Christian didn't respond publicly. No dramatic posts. No clapping back. But a few subtle things happened. He unfollowed Justin within hours of the post. He removed all old posts with Justin. He liked a tweet that said, "Sometimes friendships expire without closure." That's okay. Oof. That last one feels like a passive-aggressive mic drop. No shade, just a statement. He's clearly not trying to escalate, but the silence? Loud. Justin hasn't addressed the situation since. No apologies. No clarifications. He's moved on, posting peaceful pics with Hailey, music sessions, and sunsets. But fans know when Justin feels, he posts. And when he posts like that, something is definitely not okay. Either way, he made one thing painfully clear. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries. Translation: if you can't handle the unfiltered, trauma-wounded, emotional side of me, you're out. Okay, deep breath. Take off your gossip hat. Put on your empathy hoodie. Because this wasn't just a juicy celeb moment, it was a masterclass in emotional boundaries. Here are the real-life lessons. Friendships evolve. And sometimes they end. That doesn't make them meaningless, it makes them human. Mental health matters. If you're dealing with trauma, you deserve friends who honor that healing. Not everyone will get you. And that's okay. What's not okay is shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Closure isn't always pretty. Sometimes it's messy, angry, public, and painfully honest. And finally, you're allowed to outgrow people, even the ones who were once everything to you. This story might have started with Justin Bieber's IG meltdown, but it ends with a mirror. Who are you letting into your inner circle? Are they friends who can hold space for your anger, your healing, your truth? Or are they just surface level, good vibes only types who disappear the moment things get messy? Think about that. Because friendship isn't just about loyalty, it's about emotional safety. And if you're not getting that, you might need to do a little Instagram blocking of your own. Has a close friend ever made you feel ashamed of your emotions? Have you ever had to walk away from a decades-long friendship to protect your peace? I want to hear your stories. Comment below, vent it out, or tag someone who's been your emotional rock. Let's start a conversation, because if there's one thing this story reminds us of, it's this. We all just want to feel seen. Celeb drama is juicy, sure. But when it reflects back our own messy humanity, that's when it really